What happens when you bring pumpkin cookies and cheesecake together? You get these, pumpkin cheesecake cookies. Stick around, I'll show you how they're made. There are a few flavors that remind you that autumn is near, and pumpkin is one of them. These cookies have just enough pumpkin flavor and a good balance with the warm spices from cinnamon and ginger. The cookie alone is fine, but I'd take it up a notch and use the cheesecake filling. To get started, you'll need to get the butter and the cream cheese at room temperature. This should take about 30 minutes. Line 2 baking sheets with parchment paper and set them aside. In a medium bowl, whisk together the flour, baking soda, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and salt. Then set this aside. In another bowl, cream together the butter and the brown and white sugar. If you have a hand mixer, this works just fine. Mix on medium-high speed for about 3 minutes until the mixture lightens in color. You may need to scrape down the bowl during this time to get all of the ingredients incorporated. If you want more of an orange colored cookie, add in a few drops of orange gel food coloring at this time. Next, add in the pumpkin puree. Mix until combined. Scrape down the bowl and mix for a further 30 seconds. Add in the dry ingredients all at once. Mix on low speed until it's just combined. Scrape down the bowl again and mix for a further 30 seconds. Using a cookie scoop or a spoon to make 2.5 tablespoon sized dollops. You should end up with about 12. Place them on the baking sheet that you prepared earlier. Place them in the fridge for about 1 hour. For the cheesecake filling, in a medium bowl, add in the softened cream cheese, sugar, and vanilla. Mix on medium speed until combined. Scrape down the side of the bowl and mix for a further 30 seconds. Using a tablespoon, scoop out 12 dollops of cream cheese and place this on the other baking pan you set up earlier. Place these in the freezer. It'll make working with them much easier after sitting in the freezer. Leave them in the freezer for about 45 minutes. Next, preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 degrees Celsius. In a small bowl, mix together the sugar, cinnamon, and ginger. Line a cookie sheet with parchment paper or a silicone mat. Flatten the cookie dough in the palm of your hand and place the cheesecake filling in the center. Working quickly, wrap the cheesecake filling with the cookie dough. Do your best to cover the entire cheesecake dollop. It could leak out while baking if you're not careful with this step. Roll the dough ball in the sugar cinnamon mixture and then place it on the cookie sheet. Place the dough about 3 inches apart. They will spread a bunch while baking. Using the tips of your finger, flatten the dough slightly to give them a little head start on the spreading. I can only bake about 6 at a time. The other 6 I'll place in the fridge. This helps to keep the cookie dough and cheesecake firm before baking. Bake for 16 to 18 minutes until the cookies have just set on the outside. Once they're out of the oven, take a little bit of the sugar cinnamon mixture that you made earlier and dust the tops of the cookies. Let them cool for a bit on a cookie sheet before moving them to a wire rack. You could skip the cheesecake filling as the cookie is great just by itself, but I wouldn't do this. It's just one of those flavor combinations that's just terrific. These cookies can be stored in an airtight container in the fridge for about 10 days. If you make these, please leave me a comment below. Let me know how they turned out. They're so good. Thanks again for watching.